Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Moerland. I'm the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at IUP. And I would like to talk a little bit today about IUP's Next Generation Plan, or NextGen. And I'm sure that you've been hearing quite a bit about this recently. IUP's NextGen program is, at its core, a realignment of our academic colleges and programs, along with the creation of academic areas of focus. The NextGen project will create a sustainable and more student-centered university. This is our opportunity to shape our own destiny for the future. There are a lot of decisions about what changes to make. The decisions about changes to our academic programs are being made with four large-scale factors in mind. They are, what is the student demand for a program? What is the employer demand for the students that pass through these programs? Does IUP have a demonstrated strength in the area? And what is the long-term potential for financial sustainability of the program at IUP? Preparing for NextGen included a complete review of IUP's colleges and its academic programs. And among the changes that are coming, we'll be going from 6 academic colleges to 5. The programs that are now in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences will be placed into other colleges, with many of those programs moving to what is now the College of Fine Arts. These changes will bring a large number of improvements to the operating profile of the university. They will reduce our administrative workforce, create operational efficiencies, give each college a strong and focused set of programs, provide more opportunities for collaboration and innovation, and it will facilitate our ability to offer interdisciplinary student experiences. The merger also reflects IUP's ongoing commitment to sustain the fine arts, the social sciences, and the humanities in these very challenging times. We believe in the value of these degree programs. We understand the importance for all of our students through our general education core, and these general education requirements enrich and enhance our university and the greater community. At the level of individual programs and academic departments, well, they may remain the same or they may be renamed, merged with another program, placed into moratorium, moved to a different college, or in a few very rare instances, closed. The number of programs that will be closed is very small, about 3, and they affect a very small number of students. And all of the students in these programs will be given the opportunity to complete their studies in the program that they started. IUP will work with these students on a case-by-case basis so that they can meet their academic goals in a timely fashion. Now, we understand that some of these decisions will result in disappointment and frustration. We don't make these decisions lightly. The goal throughout is to ensure that IUP can continue to provide students with an affordable degree in the areas they seek and in areas that are in demand by employers. This is a complex process. Planning is continuing, and we will continue with planning through the spring semester. There are some things that we need to do right now to make sure that we are ready to welcome new students to NextGen IUP for the fall semester, and that ongoing students will have what they need to continue their progress. I've asked Dr. Karen Rose Sircone, Provost Associate, and Dr. Hilliary Creely, Interim Dean of the Graduate School, to co-chair the NextGen Steering Committee. My charge to them and to the Steering Committee is to focus on students, work through the vision that has been articulated, translate the vision into a reality, and help us understand what it needs to achieve the vision, and in short, organize the immediate tasks that must be done so that our students may continue their programs of study. This is complex, important work, but it's also incredibly forward-looking and empowering. This is really about defining our future, and we're focusing on students. This is the second time I've said this, deliberately, because it's the alpha and the omega of this very important work. Dr. Creely, can you talk a little bit more about the steering committee and the work? I know that you're moving forward at breakneck speed.
We are definitely moving forward at breakneck speed. It's a great group of take charge individuals, 12 folks representing 4 divisions at IUP. And the steering committee has clear marching orders. First, establish transition needs and timelines for the work. Next, develop task force teams and serve on those teams as necessary. And the task force teams are where the work really is happening. Recommend solutions and creative workarounds as needed to make sure that we are ready to welcome students back in the fall. And communicate with university offices and departments, monitor progress on the work, troubleshoot, and just make sure everything gets done. We've created 7 task force teams with specific areas of focus. All share the same objective though, which is to create a list of needs or goals or best practices, and critically, the steps that we need to take in order to address the team task so that we can be ready, as I said, to welcome back our students as seamlessly as possible. So the task force teams are responsible for recommendation, not implementation, which will be carried out by relevant university offices. These teams don't have chairs, but they do have very tight deadlines with the expectation that we will, as the steering committee, help them meet those deadlines. The teams have very specific areas of focus, ranging from Team 1, focusing on academic department mergers, Team 2, college transfers of departments and programs, Team 3, college and department names and websites, Team 4, admissions and orientation, Team 5, catalog, banner, institutional research, and IT systems. Team 6, teach out advising for closed or orphaned programs. And Team 7, budget issues, cost centers, and funds. As these teams do their work, they'll respect how the university governs itself and culture. For example, both Team 2 and Team 6 are operating with a clear understanding that curriculum revisions of programs can only be proposed by IUP faculty and reviewed by the university-wide curriculum committees, which include representatives from the faculty union APSCA. Team 7's been reminded that actual fiscal decisions such as budget levels and new distribution models for funds will be made by IUP administration. The role of this task force team is to identify immediate technical fiscal issues required, integration tasks, and timelines. Steering committee members were invited to select the team where they thought they could have the most impact. And everyone's off and running. The teams participated in breakout groups at the end of our task force meeting last week and have already started digging into this important work. As we complete the work, we'll turn to what we're calling the priority 2 blue ribbon panels, which will look at some bigger issue topics on a longer time range. So 2 examples. What does a NextGen IUP campus look like? And what is the best way for us to realize the full vision of IUP NextGen restructuring, among other topics?
Thank you, Hilary. Now, I know that there are plans to keep the university informed about this work. Can you tell us a little bit what that will look like?
Absolutely, thank you. We're already working with marketing and communications on how we will use the website to keep people informed. Initially, this information will be housed on the academic restructuring page with the idea that it will transition to the About IUP page in conjunction with other university-wide initiatives. We know that we will miss things as we go, so we're asking the community for help. There will be a button on the page with our updates that invite you to contact the steering committee. These contact us forms will have sort of danger warning. This is an immediate priority option, as well as a, hey, have you thought about this priority? This whole endeavor is a huge task. And so we're asking for your patience and your understanding and your willingness to alert us if and when we've missed something.
Thank you so much for being with us today, and thank you for the work that you and Dr. Sarcone are doing and for your willingness to serve on this very important committee. I also would like to thank everyone who's involved or will be involved as we proceed with this critical work. We all know that change is hard, but change is necessary if we are to define our own destiny and continue to be here as IUP to serve students for decades to come. I believe in IUP. We will do the right thing, and we will continue to focus on our students. Thank you all for listening.